Welcome to the Battle Zone. The CNC tournament continues. Opening round action, it's a mummy versus a dragon because wrestling. And huge suplex to start us off as King Akira of Monster Union, who comes into this match with a record of 19-16, ratio of +3, faces off against the Spirit Dragon Shynron, 32-18, ratio of +14. But will the numbers overrule the clear and obvious size and power difference? I mean, look, okay, did Shynron just try to German suplex King Akira? Yeah, that's not going to work, Shynron. You're going to have to, dance with what brought you, my friend. Alright, so we've got three tournament matches tonight. You're going to see the bracket update itself as we go through the show. We also have in tag team action, Kaisou Salt, right there. The Egyptian god of the moon, Kaisou, becoming rather popular lately thanks to a far more marketable franchise than professional wrestling. And a clean swing and a miss with that drop kick. Running knee strike by King Akira. In tag team action tonight, we've got House Classic going up against T49P, Team 49th Parallel, Hassan, and returning to the AWL for the first time since losing the Grand Championship, Kid Canada. Will friendship be what they need to be what Kid Canada needs to get back on track? We'll find out a little later tonight. And of course, in our main event, we have got the AWL Joshi Championship, our women's title. On the line, Akira Merune, the Mistress of 1,000 Holds, defends against Kaisou Beast of the Augments. Right now, straight down. King Akira looking for the touch of Anubis, and he's got it. Touch of Anubis straight down to the underworld. And into the cover. 1, 2, 3. A clean, and I hate to say it, but fairly easy victory for the Giant Mummy. Check this out. The touch of Anubis, Hisatsuwaza, ultimate technique, finishing move, whatever you want to call it. It's enough for the 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, King Akira!
The ever-silent King Akira won't say it, so I'll say it for him. Viva Monster Union! The tournament continues right now. And there you see the updated tournament brackets. And right now, Jigoku Destroy, the evil cyborg, versus Matt Classic 2, who's got a heavy lift tonight, as he will actually be in our tag team semi-final match tonight. We try not to have wrestlers wrestle more than once an evening, but when it came the opportunity to face Kid Canada and Hassan in the return of T49P, both members of House Classic jumped at the opportunity, so they know what they're getting into here. Jigoku Destroy, easily the most dominant wrestler on this brand right now. 118 wins, the only wrestler on our roster with triple-digit victories. 58 losses, ratio of +30. Again, the best in AWL Strong and Free, without a doubt. Now, Jigoku Destroy was held back from the New Year's tournament specifically to guarantee him an entrance into this tournament, and check out the nice technical game of Matt Classic 2, the innovator of professional wrestling, counter wrestler, and when necessary, massive high flyer. That is how you fight somebody bigger than you, is you take them down with every ounce of your body weight. That's what these flying maneuvers are all about. They're not just about flippy spot monkey shit. They're about using your whole body as a weapon. Down he goes! Matt Classic 2 with an opportunity at an enormous upset here. This would be a great bit of momentum going into that tag team match later this evening. Oh, takes him down, kick to the head, that could do it! But he hit the metal side. I've been saying it for years. Whenever you're fighting a cyborg in a professional wrestling ring, aim for the fleshy bits. Granted, Jigoku Destroy doesn't have that many fleshy bits left, but still. And round we go, the adaptation, the innovation based on his father's invention. The airplane cutter. 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining, plenty of time. Immediate kick out after one of Matt Classic 2's more potent moves. And he's going for a choke slam here, but no! Jigoku Destroy gets the better of that, and he's going to take that into the Tatsumaki, I've got a feeling. Yes, he is. Hisatsuwaza Tatsumaki! Tatsumaki into the cover, pulls the foot away from the ropes. 1, 2. Fighting spirit and tenacity personified. That is Matt Classic 2. That's what he means by it's Reiwa Wrestle time. 5.5 minutes remaining. Takedown. Running forearms, Irish whip into the corner, and Jigoku Destroy with a big backsplash. And again, the metal back, that's a foreign object practically. Cross body block, but again, Matt Classic 2 not going to give up. He's not thinking about the match later. He's not saving himself for anything. He's going at this. Matt Classic 2, 42 and 35. Not a great win-loss record, frankly, but plenty of experience. And Tatsumaki again. The referee calls it a knockout. And I do not blame the man. That will be the 119th win for Jigoku Destroy as he advances in the Canadian National Championship Tournament. And take a look at that. Poetry in motion. A thing of beauty crushed by a thing of power.
Here is your winner, Jigoku Destroy.
Well, Matt Classic 2 will have a few minutes to head back to the locker room, get a quick checkup by Dr. Marcus Feelgood, and hopefully he'll be ready for later tonight. Last opening round match, Takamichi Shin, the arrogant bastard, versus HASAIKI, the general bastard. It's 10 minutes on the clock. Wild swings of the fist to start us off, but a wrestling hold and a fireman's carry takeover by Takamichi Shin to start us off here. Takamichi Shin, the muscle lover, the former professional bodybuilder, actually. Transitioned into professional wrestling, somehow made it through the AWL dojo. And HASAIKI, of course, part of the bumper crop of 2015 rookies that have made an enormous imprint, becoming really a defining generation of the animated wrestling league. HASAIKI coming into this match, 21 and 37. Takamichi Shin 0 and 4. Takamichi Shin still looking for his first victory in the animated wrestling league. And wait a minute, quick roll up. HASAIKI with an opportunity here. 1, 2, no. Marcus Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. A little bit slow on the count there. That would have been at least a very deep 2. And rolling around now, trying to disorient his opponent before you lock in the face lock. HASAIKI, the Japanese crusher, officially fighting out of I really don't want to know where. Trying to surprise Takamichi Shin, take advantage perhaps of his rookie status. Irish whip into the corner. It's not a tag team match, so all the corners are neutral corners. We don't really do the red corner, blue corner thing. Maybe we should, at least they should over at Hontai. Big splash into that. Oh dear. Big miss here, and Takamichi Shin maybe with an opportunity to no! Kick to the midsection. HASAIKI, he knows how to change his strategy, if there is a strategy. He knows how to change it on the fly. And HASAIKI giving the kid an opportunity here, giving him a free chance to get back into the ring if he can take it in time, and he does. Irish whip. Normally HASAIKI's one of the deathmatch guys. He's really ready, willing, and able to take this to the outside. Huge lariat. Taking the opponent down. Irish whip over the top rope and down to the floor again. HASAIKI taking out the trash instead of being mistakenly taken out as the trash, as he usually is. Less than 7.5 minutes remain here. Now remember, in the event of a time limit draw, both men would be eliminated from the tournament. That would put Jigoku Destroy straight through to the finals. We already know one semi-final. It's The Rock versus King Akira. And the winner of this match has the privilege, question mark, of facing Jigoku Destroy in the second semi. European uppercut, I think by accident more than design. And, oh! Running knee straight to the rib cage. That will break many things. That'll puncture a kidney. Good grief. HASAIKI, a ridiculous person, but a dangerous, dangerous professional wrestler, getting a deep, deep 2 count on the Muscle Lover. Muscle Lover Takamichi Shin came over to AWL Strong and Free, breaking up his tag team with Ikementaro, beautiful muscle, and again another submission hold. He seems to be going a lot to the neck and the face. A lot of these sort of cross-the-nose submissions, and that's a good way to do a lot of damage to somebody very quickly. Oh! And of course, his finisher, the bridging package. Oh, wait a minute! Biting and drawing blood. HASAIKI biting the face of the Muscle Lover, and I think that just pissed him off. Oh god, yeah, he's bleeding. Oh god, he's bleeding bad. Yeah, that we're gonna have to get that disinfected. That's modified STO by Muscle Lover Takamichi Shin. Again, going for his first victory in the AWL. And I don't know what he calls that. I'll have to check them. I didn't think to. I didn't think I'd need to. 5 minutes and change. 1, 2, 3, and Takamichi Shin has his first win in the Animated Wrestling League. And yeah, he looks like Human Hamburger. Let's take a look back and see if we can see where that happened. Yeah, that was a blatant bite. That was an illegal hold. That should have been the end of the match.
Here is your winner, Muscle Lover, Takamichi Shin.
But I gotta say, congratulations on your first victory. He earned it legitimately, but Jesus Christ, can we get this guy a medic? This is not good. Alright, so those are the semifinals. We'll have those next week. This week, however, it's the return of the Grand Slam champion and the former Grand Champion, as a hopefully recuperated Matt Classic 2 in the ring with his father, the intergenerational tag team set for action.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring, Matt Classic Senior, Matt Classic 2, House Classic. And their opponents, introducing first, making his way from New York City, New York. He is the 2022 HASAIKI champion, the Arab American Dream, Hassan!
Grand Champion Hassan, winning the New Year's Tournament Haru version in order to become a champion. He has done it all here in the AWL, and he's done a lot of it with the help of his friends, including this man. As the fans come alive here in the GTA.
And his partner, making his way from Calgary.
Get on with it, please. Thank you. We get the joke.
Alberta, Canada, he is the former AWL Grand Champion, the most Canadian man in the world.
Kid Canada.
T49P.
Sorry about that. T49P, Team 49th Parallel, and a raucous welcome home from the GTA faithful here at the Battle Zone. The Greater Toronto area welcoming home a Canadian hero, but it's going to be the southern transplant, the southern version of, the southern half, I should say, of T49P, Team 49th Parallel, our international team of Hassan and Kid Canada. Both of these teams are former AWL World's Tag Team Champions. T49P won the titles back at AWL 220. They were the 21st Tag Team Champions. House Classic, the 34th. And I will point out that T49P managed one successful title defense, whereas House Classic, the intergenerational tag team, managed 3. Stomp along the midsection there as big backbreaker. And I'm noticing a little bit of reluctance on the part of Kid Canada after embarrassing himself. Wait, can we see a tag? No, a bit of a hesitancy for the tag. Kid Canada, after losing his first match in Canada as part of the Animated Wrestling League, and losing the Grand Championship in the process to Aztec Kaiser Neo, who, by the way, will be defending that title this coming Monday against Gambahishi Dark on AWL Hontai. Subscribe, enable notifications, make sure you see that match. Maybe a little bit of nerves, a bit of ring rust. No, I mean, he's only been gone a week, so it can't really be ring rust, but side Canadian leg sweep by the most Canadian man in the world. As a tag made to the inventor of professional wrestling, Matt Classic. Been wrestling since 19-whatchamacallit. From parts unknown, from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear, the Canadian Destroyer! He's still got it. And he's looking for the Canadian Crunch to finish off the legend, and he misses! Very, very rare that we see Kid Canada miss the Canadian Crunch. But Matt Classic, I guess, either had it scouted or just generally knew it was coming. As he now goes for that deadly aeroplane spin, disorienting. And remember, it only takes 3 seconds to beat someone, and if you can disorient them, make them dizzy for 3 seconds, that can do it. Problem is keeping yourself from suffering the same effect. Into a cover. 1, 2, no. And for the first 5 minutes or so of this match, T49P, they have just not gotten on the same page. They have not teamed together, they're not tagged together in quite a while. So I don't know if that's just general ring rust, lack of reps, or if that is, Kid Canada not really fully being mentally where he needs to be. And he could make a blind tag right here, but he steps into the ring. What's he doing? Back elbow by Matt Classic 2, who fortunately did not actually get knocked out by Jigoku Destroy, but the referee did make the stoppage there. As Junior going for the classic claw goes up, and for the second time tonight, that claw slam not working for Matt Classic 2, but the Canadian Destroyer once again in play for Kid Canada, the most Canadian man in the world. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. With a little bit of an assist from Matt Classic Sr. And that's the teamwork we really haven't seen so far from T49P. A little bit of sportsmanship here. Matt Classic Sr. letting him do this. The Canadian Crunch. He finally hits it, but very, very close to the ropes is Matt Classic 2, having to be pulled away to prevent the rope break. But will that give him the time? No, actually, he does not kick out. Oh, wait, the referee goes down. That is Nigel Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. Down and out. I'm pretty sure he's going to rule that incidental contact, but it is martial law in there right now. And just some sloppy tag team wrestling by T49P, and frankly, not much better from House Classic. But at least with Matt Classic 2, there's the excuse of he's already wrestled a match tonight. Plenty of time remaining. Now, of course, both of these teams, this is their first tag team match of the season, so they are at 0-0 in the tag team rankings, which of course reset every season. We were not able to do the Forge the 4 tournament this year due to the hiatus, but what do we have here? Going for another destroy. No, Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! Into the cover. 1, 2, and again the father has to come in and save the son's hide. And decides to toss Hassan around for good measure, the Grand Slam champion, getting Grand Slammed right now. And he's got to get out of the ring as the referee starts to make the 5 count. 2, 3. Okay, this is an official verbal warning here. And just slides out of the ring barely at the 4 count. And Finally, a much-needed tag. Matt Classic Senior now into the ring to, frankly, save the match for his team because that was getting bad fast. This is essentially a handicap situation at this point. Duck of the clothesline, knife edge chop right to the chest, takes him down. And wait a minute, using the ropes. Matt Classic feeling uncharacteristic desperation, wrapping his opponent's leg in the rope before going right back to that deadly aeroplane spin. I don't believe it. Matt Classic, that's not the man I know. Maybe the overprotective father in him coming out, but as emotionally distant as Matt Classic and his generation are, I don't really believe that. But we have a cover here. Referee is in position. Nigel Baba Ganoush for 1, 2, 3. And House Classic picks up the victory by pinning Kid Canada. Kid Canada yet to get a single victory in Canada.
Here are your winners, House Classic!
And House Classic make their mark in the tag team division, but man, Kid Canada's in a real slump right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. Joshi title on the line. Let's make this official.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, one submission or a knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Joshi Championship.
Subite Jigoku Hakase no Tameni, all for Dr. Jigoku. And there you see the bad doctor himself on the left-hand side of your screen. Kaisou Beast, winning last week's reshuffle match, barely outlasting someone who had been double-teamed and triple-teamed pretty much the entire match, that being Lupe Peligro. Kaisou Beast earning this opportunity to face Akira Merune for the Joshi Championship. Kaisou Beast has never held that title. And well, frankly, I don't particularly like either of these two. I really don't know who I'm rooting for here. I was about to say I hope they kick each other's ass, which is probably what's going to happen. It's going to be the raw power of the Cyborg Beast against the technical expertise and the viciousness of Akira Merune. It's going to be a clash of styles. Styles make matches, and we're going to see exactly what we have to do. But don't forget Dr. Jigoku in the corner. Akira Merune certainly can't afford to. The original AWL Joshi champion, the only 3-time AWL Joshi champion, frankly the only 2-time Joshi champion, a total of 9 title defenses across 3 reigns. This is the first defense of her 3rd and current reign. Akira Merune is officially a member of AWL Hontai, of course the Joshi Championship, a floating title. She's able to appear here in AWL Strong and Free, but she comes into this match with a record of 48 wins and only 17 losses, ratio of plus 31, one of the best in the entire league. And her entire identity at this point is wrapped around that beautiful red leather belt, the AWL Joshi Championship. We now take you to ringside for the official introductions.
Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by Dr. Jigoku, fighting out of the laboratory, representing the Augments, the #1 contender in the AWL Best 4, Kaisou Beast.
Coming into this match, 11-4.
She is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Joshi champion. Tonight, making her first title defense, the mistress of 1,000 holds, Akira Merune. This is an officially sanctioned Joshi Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Mortimer Baba Ganoush in charge.
Oh, another one. Okay. So what are we up to, quadruplets now? Oh well, doesn't really matter. That's what it's all about. Main event, big fight feel. We are sold out in the battle zone, ladies and gentlemen. 30 minutes on the clock, extended time limit in title matches. Tachiai, look at this, Akira Merune showing her unparalleled athleticism. I don't remember the last time. I genuinely don't think I've ever seen her do that. But you know what? It worked. It won the Tachiai. And puts Kaisou Beast immediately off base. And Dr. Jigoku, you can tell in the back there, not happy about it. Trying to stomp a mud hole, walk it dry, gets only a couple of good shots in. But goes into the quick cover. One, shoots the half. Unable to grab the leg, however. Akira Merune may be looking for a quick win. Quick title defense. This would be her 10th career title defense of the Joshi Championship. Irish whip off of the ropes. Down. Oh, nice trip up and spin kick right to the chest, right to the missile launchers. Considering she's a robot, those are probably missile launchers. And going into a figure 4 headlock. Almost a snake-style hold here. And again, Akira Merune is submissions expert. In recent months, she started using the Goozle as a submission hold. Very, very precise grip of the throat to make it a blood choke, therefore legal, rather than an air choke and therefore illegal. A bit of a takedown here, and kick right to the shoulder blade, I think, trying to separate a joint there, and I think that's a good strategy. Again, aim for the fleshy bits, maybe aim for where the fleshy bits and the metal bits meet each other. Maybe that's a weakness. And into the Jujigadame, referee Mortimer Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, checking for the submission here. Not going to get it, as Kaisou Beast is going to power out of this. And that's what she needs to start doing if she wants to become the new AWL Joshi champion. There we go! Belly-to-belly overhead suplex by the powerhouse of the Augments. Kaisou Beast. Hard reset! Control-Alt-Delete Hisatsuwaza! The hard reset. But Kaisou Beast taking way too much time to recharge her batteries here. Not even going to go for the cover. Wait a minute, Dr. Jigoku has snuck a steel chair into the ring. We'll see if that comes into play. As a spinning toe hold, shade of the Funkin' Conservatory, I think. I don't think she ever trained there. Of course, Akira Merune, like most of our wrestlers, a product of the AWL Dojo. And now, again, Dr. Jigoku getting himself involved here. As Kaisou Beast maybe looking to do some shenanigans high on the back, and she does here. Control-Alt-Delete. No! Takedown onto the chair! High lifting Uranagi onto the chair. Drop toe hold counter by Akira Merune as Kaisou Beast looks to recover. Now the champion's advantage, of course, in play. Title doesn't change hands on a count-out, so it actually does behoove the champion to take the fight to the outside, maybe try to delay this. And of course, even though we are here in Canada, we still use AWL rules based on Japanese wrestling rules. It's a 20 count on the outside. And of course, every time someone goes in and out of the ring, that will break the count and reset it. Roll through. Roll back into the ring, I should say. And now Kaisou Beast, that's a long jump, and no water in the pool. Kaisou Beast with a huge technical error. Japanese arm drags transition to the Fujiwara armbar, and again, right on top of that steel chair, stretching the limits of how you're allowed to use a foreign object. And again, Dr. Jigoku getting in there with the distraction. I can't hear what he's saying. He does speak both English, French, and Japanese, I'm told. Recently picking up French since learning he'd been drafted to Canada. And, another backdrop driver, this time on that steel chair yet again. So about 5 minutes into this, and there's the Goozle! The Goozle out of nowhere! That signature submission, the grip strength on Akira Merune, incredible! And down! No, she's out! She's out! She's still got a human neck, cut off the flow of blood to the brain. She will go to sleep.
Here is your winner, and still Animated Wrestling League Joshi Champion, Akira Merune.
Akira Merune with a big victory here at AWL Strong and Free, Episode 3. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe, enable notifications, do all that YouTube stuff. Check out another video. Korede, Kimarida.